Hello, I'm Miss Lucy. I'm a children's librarian here at Willard Library, and I just wanted to introduce to you some of our new learning packs. If you're trying to find a way to keep your child entertained, these are perfect. You just call in, you let us know the theme. We have a couple themes you can choose from, and we'll get you a game and a couple books to go with the game, and it's perfect for kids about 3 to 6. We just want it to be easy, so all you have to do is call in and we'll get it all together for you.
Hi, my name's Rhonda Mort, and I'm here at Willard Library, and I'd like to introduce our next guest speaker, or reader, and that's Kelsey Gerhardt, and she has a special story about bees that she would like to tell everybody.
Yeah, I'm a 4th generation beekeeper, and my great-grandpa was originally from Perry County, and he worked in a tool shop, and whenever they would get screws or nails in at the hardware store where he worked, they would come in wooden boxes. So he took the wooden boxes home and caught what's called a bee tree. And a bee tree is actually how old timers used to get their bees. And they would find a hollowed out tree that had bees in it where you could see honey or see bees flying into it. They would cut the tree down and get the bees out. So my great grandpa did that, and he put the bees into those empty wooden boxes he got from the store, and that's how his first hive started. He taught my grandpa how to keep bees. My grandpa taught my mom, and my grandpa and my mom still help me today to keep my hives that I have here in Evansville.
So that's 3 generations.
4.
Four generations.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd be the 4th, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming to read to us about the bees.
I'm going to be reading I Am a Bee by Rebecca and James McDonald. I Am a Bee by Rebecca and James McDonald. There are many types of bees. I'm a honeybee. I collect sweet nectar from flowers so I can make delicious honey. I also help plants make seeds through pollination. I'm part of a colony with a whole bunch of other honeybees. We're like one big family that works really hard together. My colony lives in a hive that is made of wax and special bee glue called propolis. Our hive is our house. Sometimes we like to build hives in trees, fallen logs, caves, or even between rocks. Choosing a safe place to build the hive is really important. There are lots of animals around that would love to eat bees or gobble up our honey. In a colony, every bee has a job to do. First, there's the queen bee. Her job is to make eggs. Next are the drone bees. Their job is to help the queen make eggs. Last but not least are the worker bees. That's what I am, and we have a whole bunch of jobs to do too. As a young bee, my first jobs were to keep the hive clean and feed and take care of the colony. Luckily, worker bees are really good at working together and helping each other. As I grew, so did my jobs. Once my body was able to make wax, I became a builder. I made sure there were enough rooms for all of the baby bees and extra space to store lots of pollen and nectar that would be made into honey. By flapping our wings or vibrating our bodies, worker bees keep the hive at a perfect temperature, not too hot and not too cold, so wax can be shaped, glue can be spread, and honey can be made. Worker bees guard and protect the hive and the colony inside. As a guard, I had to be on the lookout for other insects and animals that might want to steal honey or damage the hive. Now that I'm an older bee, I have a new job. I'm a forager. Bees usually never leave the hive unless there's an emergency or if they're foraging to find food and water. Being a forager is a really important job. I fly away looking for patches of blooming flowers that have lots of delicious pollen and sweet nectar. Nectar is a sugary juice and pollen is a yellow dust. They're both my favorite foods. I crawl inside a flower and load up as much as I can carry. I have a special pouch in my stomach for carrying nectar, and I have pollen baskets on both of my back legs for when I'm carrying extra pollen. Pollen is really sticky, and I'm always end up covered in it. That makes plants very happy, because when I fly back to the next flower, I drop pollen, which helps plants make seeds. Scientists call this pollination. Lots of seeds mean more vegetables, fruits, and pretty flowers for everyone. If I come across a big patch of flowers, I fly back to the hive and tell the other foragers how to find it by doing the honeybee waggle dance. Round and round I go, wiggling and waggling. Storing lots of honey for winter is really important. When it's cold, honeybees stay inside the hive, eating the stored honey and flying close together in a big tight circle to keep warm. We make enough honey to last the winter and to share with people just like you. Scientists say bees like me are really helpful to people because we move pollen from plant to plant. We're part of the reason there are so many delicious fruits, vegetables, and nuts to choose from at the grocery store. Foragers fly all over the place. Sometimes that can cause us big problems. When we fly into places where people have sprayed chemicals to get rid of other bugs, it makes us sick too. Chemicals can also drift into our hive, making it an unhealthy place to live. People can help bees by not using chemicals that make bees sick. You can help by sharing what you've learned about honeybees with family, friends, and in your classroom.
This is Mr. Bud Wears the Cone by Carter Goodrich. Mr. Bud had a bad hot spot. He chewed and licked it all night. In the morning it was worse. Uh-oh, let me see. Quiet, Zorro. Zorro said, Biscuit, then walk. Biscuit, then walk. This ointment will make it better. Biscuit, then walk time. Biscuit, then walk time. Quiet, Zorro. Mr. Bud was getting all the attention. Sorry, guy, it's no fun, I know. And the schedule was all messed up. After their walk, it was time for the cone. Mr. Bud hated the cone. Here you go, just while I'm gone. He tried to get it off, but it wouldn't budge. Get it off me! Then Zorro tried, but it was stuck tight. Hold still, said Zorro. After a while, Zorro lost interest. He found the biscuits and he ate as many as he could. But Mr. Bud couldn't reach them. And when he tried to get a drink, he spilled his water dish. Watch out! When they played, the cone made it hard for Mr. Bud to see. Over here, said Zorro. Nope, over here. Zorro thought it was funny, and he teased Mr. Bud. Then he got into Mr. Bud's toys. When Mr. Bud tried to get his mouse back, the cone knocked something over. And it broke. Now you did it, said Zorro. Mr. Bud felt so bad, he didn't join Zorro for his wait and watch time. Mr. Bud felt so bad, he didn't join Zorro for wait and watch time. Here she comes. You're in trouble. Go for greet and make a fuss time. Hey, Zorro! Look what Bud did. Look what Bud did. Uh-oh. But Mr. Bud didn't get in trouble after all. Poor guy. It's hard to see with this thing on, isn't it? Looks to me like somebody got into the biscuits, Zorro. In fact, Mr. Bud got his own special treat, but he shared it with Zorro anyway. Everything was back to normal. And that was the end of the comb. For now. Look at Zorro scratching himself. The end. Hi, my name's Rhonda Mort, and I work at Willard Library, and I'd like to tell you that we have summer reading available. You can sign up online. As a matter of fact, we prefer that you sign up online, but if we get to see it, we're really excited about that. So you can come in and sign up as well. We have plenty of prizes to give away. We're giving away drones and a automated kite this summer at the end of the summer. So we're just gonna go ahead with summer reading and hopefully see you, or we see you online when you sign up.